Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm News Jester. My name is Junior, and today we're going to be looking into NECA's Flash Gordon, the Prince Vultan Ultimate Action Figure. Um, I I love this character, man. In the show, he's just so freaking what would you call it? Very hyper, very, I guess, likable figure. And which is kind of strange because when I think of Hawkman or the Hawkman, I think of the DC characters, so I don't think of a fat guy in some breeches and loincloth, right? This guy always wins me over when I think about it. And this figure, when they announced this is one of the figures that's coming up, I was like, that's like not even a question. I am buying that. I'm buying everything in this line, by the way. So here it is. There's the box. There's the side. There's the back, which basically is the figure. That's how impressive this thing is. That looks almost like it's coming from the movie. Here's the side. Again, a very collector-friendly box from NECA. I love it. Let's go ahead and open this character up. So there's Prince Vultan with his background. Background is not that really interesting, but it's the perfect setting because you do want to see the Hawkman flying up in the skies, and the skies over this planet is basically that's what it is. A bunch of purples, reds, and pinks, and hues, and all that stuff. And you do see the other Hawkman flying around in the background. That's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely adds dimension to the character or to the figure. So it almost seems like it's the accessories is sparse, but let's look at that. Okay, so you got those two hands that's kind of like open wide, and then you have another here that's kind of supposed to be gripping something, and another one here for gripping another piece. You have this crystal looking thing, and I don't know where this thing would refer to. Kind of wish he had the whip, so when they're doing that tilting thing. Then you have this weird looking communicator thing, really cool. It's not, there's no articulation or anything, nothing flips over or anything like that, but it's a really nice extra accessory. I don't know exactly which part of the movie this thing is referenced as, but and then there's this stick that he uses to whack somebody over here over the head when they're doing the football thing, I think. And this is one of his war clubs as well too. This is just simple plastic, and I don't know how close that is to how it was in the show. It might be, because I don't see NECA being cheap and not painting something that's accurate to the movie. So I feel maybe that's the way it is. And look, I didn't even notice that, but the head piece over here does evoke some sort of an animal looking head because you can see an eyes there as well. And this would be the beak. So really nice design from the movie. And that's it for articulation. And you might be thinking, what? That's it there for the accessories from a NECA figure? That's really, very surprising. It is, if you think about it, but then you're coming in with 4 heads. That's right, 4 freaking heads. The first one is this really awesome looking, happy, grinning. This basically evokes the character. He has a very expressive face. He's always, this is the character when I think of a big boisterous sounding character. This is kind of like what the Hagrid character that you see from Harry Potter that I think of when I see that character. This is the character that I think of because this guy is just, he's small in stature compared to obviously the Hagrid the character, but this personality wise, this guy is just gigantic. Look at the detail that's going on. You cannot fault NECA for lack of detail. NECA is not known for that. NECA is known for like awesome detail. Look at that. That's just like, that's it. That's the character right there. Look at the paint detail on the mouth and on the tongue. Amazing. The cool thing about this figure is that you can actually take off out of the helmet and replace the head, the face on that figure over there. Look at that. This this expression, it's I don't I haven't seen the movie for a long time, right? But this expression is what I would see, what I would think of as the actors doing this expression when Flash Gordon and the Prince was fighting on that platform, and one of the spikes were coming up, and one of them, either Flash Gordon or the Prince, falls, and it changes the interaction between the two. It's like, ooh, that's what I can see. And then yeah, and then this one. I love these faces. I love this character. And then you have this evil, smirking, grinning, like conniving face. And then you have this hokey helmet, man. That's not the Hawkman that I know, but yeah, this is like exactly like from the movie. Then you have the armor. This is like soft rubber. It's one piece, but and it's connected to the main armor over there. Another soft rubber. Look at the paint application on this guy. Just look at it. And there's this short that I always thought was funny. I mean, I really don't see this as a warrior. I see this. You know how Russell Crowe did Zeus in the Thor God of Love and Thunder, and Zeus was kind of like pudgy looking. It's not the kind of Zeus that we know. This is what I see as well in that too. Very nice musculature work on the legs. And this is what I'm talking about with this kind of articulation that they chose over the knees. It really hides it very well, right? I mean, all you're seeing is this one. That's the only thing you're being disrupted in, but visually it's very, very nice. And then you have this sandal looking. It's like, I always thought that was kind of funny for a warrior, because I think of these Hawkmen as a warrior race, obviously, but then you have these sandal looking ones. So it's almost like a Roman look and everything. So let's go really quick with the articulation, shall we? So the head goes back and forth, goes up like that. So I mean, he's supposed to be flying, but I think that's the most range you can do with it. And because these shoulder pads are rubbery and soft, it's not going to hinder your articulation for the shoulder. And it does, like I said, it's basically the same as any kind of NECA. There's a twist on the elbow. The elbow can go as high as 90 degrees. The hands has the hinge over here. This coloration on the hinge does worry me, so I'm going to be very careful with the movement on that one. Look at the detail on the hands. Look at that. Got wrinkles, fingernails, and everything. Right? Again, and then the articulation on the torso, it does have that joint over here. I believe there's movement over there, but of course you're gonna get hampered by the armor piece over here. The upper armor is not connected to the lower armor piece, so that's good. It's moving. I don't know how they connected it now. I don't know if that's one piece because it's not being pulled out. I would suggest that's the most range that you're gonna get out of it, and I don't know if you want more than that. And this is kind of awkward to hold on to if you want to. You see, there is movement on this upper joint as well. And then of course for the waist and leg articulation, you're gonna get hampered by this skirt kind of brief looking thing, but it is rubbery, so there's movement. But I would suggest like maybe that's all you want. Even when he's flying, you can kind of get the flying pose that you need, like that, right? And yeah, you might be able to push it a little bit more out, but I mean, that should be good enough. And then of course the hinge on the ankle goes up like so, goes back like that, and you do have the ankle twist. Now, you would be thinking, looking at these wings, you'd be thinking like, what a hokey wing, you know, because we're kind of used to this kind of wings. We've always wanted this to be like on separate joints and hinges so it folds out. But that's basically, even in the movie, that's how hokey this wing design is, you know. But all it does is splay out. So let's see, let's look at the articulation in this one. So it does move out as much as that. And look at that. That's basically how it is in the movie. Now, in the movie, I don't know if these wings are supposed to be a part of them. I do believe they do flap very, very slowly. But look at the contraption over here. It's not beautiful. It's, you know, yeah. It kind of makes me wonder though why. Oh, I see why they did it. But because look at the connection of the joint over here. There's no way you can connect that to the figure, so they had to do some sort of a harness over here. But I don't know, because I've never really looked closely to the design of these harness and the wings, so maybe it's accurate, maybe it's not. I just think that NECA did an excellent job capturing this particular character. Yeah, I just love it. I love, love, love this one. This is, I would almost say this stole the whole wave. This is better than Flash Gordon for sure. Better. So let's see. Let's check out and see how the one thing I want to show is the moving the head and see how it goes. Because I've never done it, obviously, but these two ones where it doesn't have the head this is supposed to be removable. So I'm gonna remove the whole head first, and then we'll replace it with the one that does not have the helmet. So I think this is the look that he had in the throne room with when they were presenting stuff to Ming the Merciless. So let's see. Let's put him up. So he's standing. And let's see. The way this is constructed, I think you can just pull down straight. Come on. Ooh, this is harder than it looks. Yeah, that was really stuck in there, so I pulled it up from here because I didn't want to disfigure the helmet because it's soft and this gold paint might flake off. The cool thing about how they designed the helmet and the head plug-in is that this almost looks like an empty helmet. So you can have this guy, because I think in the scene in the throne room, he does have this helmet kind of holding it like that. Look at that. It works. Man, it works. Yeah. What a great thought from NECA to maintain that so he can actually be holding a helmet. So let's see. This is the one I removed, the grinning one. I want to put on this one. So line it up there. It's really tight too, the connection up there. And push it in. Yeah, look at that. Now it's in there, but it's really tight connection over there. And like I said, because this is a softer rubber, not like completely soft, but like right here and here and here, I'm almost afraid that because you need to put pressure here, that this gold application might flake off. But it's like being kicked in the nuts and then say, ooh. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to choose this one. What was the original? Was it this one, the grinning one? I can't remember. So that's how I pull it off. So there he is, Prince Vultan from NECA, from the movie Flash Gordon, the ultimate action figure. I love it. I I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Everything looks beautiful. The paint application, the figure, the expression, perfectly capturing the character in the movie with the expression that's coming out of it. There's no flaw that I can think of when it comes to this figure. It's just perfect. As far as I know, as far as I can tell. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.